So, Ben, how did we lose like Princeton and Harvard? I mean, because those were like
I have that down here. It's really
those were thoroughly Christian colleges and universities.
Yeah.
How did Yale? I mean, all those were
all the Ivy League
all
schools.
the Ivy League schools were
Yeah.
Christian. How did we lose those?
Yeah, I think that it's the same old story of and this is the story that all of our classical K-12 schools are easily set up to run, and I can see it happening with some of them, where what happens is you start with nothing, and you roll up your sleeves and you start to carve something out of the land. I mean, that's how Harvard starts. You've got pilgrims who show up, and they
log college.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy how they had just landed on the east coast of the American continent, and within 20 years they have started Harvard, which included fluency in Latin as a prereq. Right. You had to be fluent in Latin just to get in.
Prerequisite.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're still building the roads and everything, and the reason why was they said, listen, we need a institution that will train our leaders.
Right.
And it was a strong sense of, because we have a certain intellectual tradition and a faith that we want passed on. Right. So we need an institution, a rigorous institution that will train that leadership. And it worked for a good bit of time. And a lot of these schools that I see that start, the classical schools where you've got a bunch of moms and dads volunteering with their spare time. I'm part principal, but I'm also the janitor and the bus driver. And they do all of that, and then they are faithful, and God blesses it. And He blesses it, and all of a sudden they start having kids who have these amazing SAT scores, who are incredibly gifted, especially in comparison to what's coming out of the public school system.
Right.
And then you get these other institutions that start recruiting hard. And now Harvard comes to your little K-12 school saying, we want that kid. And it feels like the ultimate crown of glory because I finally made it. And it's like, you didn't understand. You built this in order to not do that. But then the success starts to come and all of the blessings that they pile up. And Doug gives us that great, is it Cotton Mather quote? Yeah. Faithfulness begets prosperity, and prosperity, the daughter devours the mother.
That's right.
And I think that's just what happens again and again.
It's the Deuteronomy thing of,
wax, fat, and kick.
Yeah, you're going to say, look what my hand got me, rather than recognizing, no, you didn't build these vineyards, you didn't build these cities, you didn't dig these cisterns. God did it all for you. It was all gift. It was all grace. Stay grateful.